Therapy vlog, January 17, 2018. What a start to this new year. Shortness of breath comes in every now and then. Feelings of anxiety is still there, but not as often and not as long. Finished up class today, and sure enough, when I can bury myself in work, I can function. I can part the Red Sea. But then as soon as work is done, the sea comes back in. I'm not as afraid of the dark, and I can say that my sleep is becoming more what's that word? Decent. A bit more decent. I still wake up way too soon. It just makes me feel like I took a nap. Like last night, or the morning, whatever, if you want to be technical, I fell asleep at 3 a.m. and then I woke up at 7. So 4 hours of sleep when I could usually get maybe 2 more on top of that. 6 hours. Because when this first started, I wasn't getting even 30 minutes of sleep. I would wake back up because my room is dark, so I would put on like my tablet so that there's some light in there. My appetite is still not where it used to be. I just don't feel like eating. I don't feel like it. My stomach grumbles, but I don't have a motivation to eat. I'll force something. I will. But I could easily just not do it. I'll force a quick breakfast sandwich. I'm drinking more water, if that can be a positive. I have reached out to a good number of friends. And of course, and not of course, but it talking about my story, it's helping me. Instead of just talking to a camera like this or talking into a microphone, because I record audio personal logs. By talking to an actual person, I can see their facial reaction, and it's helping. It's helping. I feel that if I'm gonna compare my condition or situation to, say, the common cold, I'm waiting for the fever to break. And with me, I think once I've explained my story enough, or once I reach or remember something, that it'll give me a good cry. I think if I can find out what will give me that final, like, release of tears, it will be like the fever breaking. Because I can feel that there's more inside of me than what I've told people so far. And it's difficult because it's from years ago. I've been bottling up emotions since I was, say, 18. Because elementary school, middle school, high school, life was fairly routine. Get my homework done and jump in front of the Super Nintendo. Or in high school, it was the Nintendo 64. And play my heart out in video games. No one was inviting me anywhere. Stay home. And even though I got my license at age 16, my dad didn't let me out. My parents didn't let me out. Nowhere to go except play video games. What can I say in this vlog? Something came up in my head. How I have a desire for people to be proud of me. It's like where I feel I've done certain actions that would have people go, "You did good, Mario. You did good." But then again, that's part of the problem, because I'm expecting something out of someone where I don't know that person well enough to expect that reaction. Namely, because I constantly hold back. A big thing for me, because of the situation, is talking about my feelings. I had an image to uphold, being a Taekwondo instructor, being a mentor. And right now, I don't feel like either one. My confidence is shaken on that subject. I feel that I have not lived up to what I'm supposed to be doing. I made some wrong actions to those who see me as their teacher, their mentor. because in one instance I was too emotional, and then in another instance I was too logical. There's no balance in between. There's no balance of the two. And then I was talking about this earlier, where because I hide so much, I don't show anything, or I don't show enough for people to say, to tell me, to feel pride in me, to say that they are proud of me. Or perhaps they already have, but I'm so insensitive to it because I don't feel it. I'm more closed off than I thought I was. That it's right under my nose and I just never saw it. I'm already making sure that I don't make a victim identity. I don't know if that's the official word, but I make these vlogs on here. I tell my story to people so that the story remains consistent and it becomes easier to tell. It is me putting out myself to let people see me, the authentic me. And then wherever they need me, whatever role they need me to fill, I can fill that role more authentically, and it's not a fake person, it's not a fake me. This idea of showing myself more, it's scary. Grew up with a lot of secrets to keep. I had a collector's habit. I was a habitual collector because finding that hard to find toy or collection figure or folding pocket knives or getting the latest, right? To have my friends go ooh and ah. I was playing airsoft for a while, collecting some airsoft rifles. I wanted a place to belong. I wanted to feel that I belonged with, a group of people, a family. For me, family doesn't have to be by blood. It can always include non-blood friends, close friends. And I feel defeated for those who looked up to me. I'm afraid to tell this story to them, but it feels that I should, to further teach that I'm human. Yes, I'm honored to be your mentor, your teacher, but also life will get in the way. A new thing I want to start telling anyone that'll listen is to pay attention to yourself, pay attention to your emotions. I mean, your physical body, it's gonna tell you right away, right? If you got a cut, pay attention to it. Put your band-aid on. And then you may or may not have a scar depending how deep the cut was. Emotional scars are, or emotional wounds, you know why it's hard to heal them? Because you can easily just put them in the back. Ignore them. Because it doesn't hinder your physical capabilities. In my case, it grew so big that it got in the way and it affected me physically. Hence the anxiety. Pay attention to yours, especially if you are a young person. If you are watching this and you're in your early 20s, even high school, pay attention to your emotions. Meaning, address them as they come. Because it's easy to take them and put them off to the side. Put them on the back burner, and that's where they're going to grow impatient. Impatient, yes. They're going to grow impatient, and what happens is you run away. If you start running away from them, because they like broke through the cage, which is the back burner, and now they're chasing you, so you have to start running because you don't want them to catch up to you. You don't want to experience them again. So naturally you're going to run away. But when they catch up to you, it can be a hard hit. Hard hit. Okay. I will talk to you again later.